So
Mm.
I said what they need to do is they need to keep a steady stream of water flowing from both the hot and cold. Both need to be turned on, a steady stream, all day and night,
Oh,
from
wow.
all faucets, from their sink and their bathroom. They need to keep underneath the sinks. They need to be open. You need to keep your furnace on. It needs to stay warm inside. And be
Mm.
careful if you're going to use the washing machine.
One of the things I don't have to worry about as a landlord who has invested for 20 plus years in the Central Valley of California is snow. Most of the country is experiencing a cold snap with many areas getting snow uh, in unusual amounts. So I thought we would talk to Casey from Brick by Brick and see if she is getting any snow and if she's doing anything to protect her properties. Casey, what's going on? Snow on the ground?
Oh my gosh, living in Memphis, Tennessee, we don't get snow. And that's one of the pros for living in the Mid-South is you get great kind of weather year round, all 4 seasons, but nothing too heavy in each category.
Okay.
So once or twice a year, usually it's in February, but we've got snow. It's a holiday, but it's also a snow day for kids. There's 6 inches of snow on the ground.
Oh, wow.
Um, we're gonna have it's gonna be below freezing temperatures and not reaching past 32 degrees for 5 days in a row. So, where we're very excited about the snow, I'm very worried about my properties because the houses out here in the South and the Mid South, they were not built for snow,
Right.
built for cold weather. People put water heaters in the attic. We've got water lines run in the attic and an exterior walls. And so they're very easily prone to freezing and bursting. A lot of property. So one of the houses that I bought last year, we got a really good deal on it, but it had burst pipes through the February before the big winter freeze.
Mm.
And all the pipes in the house burst, and the whole entire interior drywall needed to be replaced. All the plumbing inside needed to be replaced. And it was
Yuck.
sitting vacant for almost a year because the sellers and the owners were like, "Oh my gosh, we have to repipe the whole entire house and needs new drywall, new doors, everything." So when pipes burst, it's not a laughing matter. It's one of the most expensive surprise things that could happen to your property. And whereas I'm very excited about the snow, I'm a bit, freaking out about my properties. And so I have sent text messages to all my tenants and required that they respond, that they understand the instructions, because I don't want, I've had burst pipe last winter. I had a burst pipe in my house, and one of my tenants had burst pipes too. And it cost us $800 in repairs to get those pipes fixed. So
Mm.
it's not a laughing matter. And everyone needs to be aware that during times like this, if you own a property that's not in a cold weather climate area, like the East Coast and the Midwest, their houses are built for cold weather. Okay.
Right.
But in the South, they're not. So when we get these cold snaps, these freezes that last several days,
Mm.
your property is at risk of having burst pipes, floods, insurance claims, displacing tenants. I mean, it's a real nightmare.
Yeah, so let's break it down. I want to go into occupied property. So again, one of the things that maybe a new investor thinks about is you're only worried about busted pipes or burst pipes when they're vacant. But that's not the case, right? You had a burst pipe in your home, right?
Yeah.
That is occupied with, husband, kids, all of that. So it still can happen when the places are occupied. So you said you sent a text to all your tenants. What was basically the message in that text?
Message was alert. Hey guys, we're coming into a 5-day freeze where temperatures are not going to be above freezing. So this is what you need to do to ensure that you don't have burst pipes and are displaced and have major problems. So
Mm.
I said what they need to do is they need to keep a steady stream of water flowing from both the hot and cold. Both need to be turned on, a steady stream, all day and night,
Oh,
from
wow.
all faucets, from their sink and their bathroom. They need to keep underneath the sinks. They need to be open. You need to keep your furnace on. It needs to stay warm inside. And be
Mm.
careful if you're going to use the washing machine. The washing machines are always usually on the exterior wall, and
Yeah.
those drain lines freeze.
Mm.
Not to mention the incoming lines. So it happens all the time. Your pipes are frozen. You start your washing machine, all's good. You walk away, you come back, and your floor is flooded because the drain
Ah.
overflowed because it was frozen. Yeah. So you're sitting there with a blow dryer, a heat gun, or you've got a space heater and you're trying to thaw your lines out. Meanwhile, you're
Wow.
mopping up the floor. So I
Wow.
said, if you're going to run your washing machine, you need to stay there and make sure that it's draining before you walk away because I don't want my wood floors,
Yeah.
ruined at people's houses.
Wow.
So that's basically what the text message said, was to keep water running, keep your doors open, keep your heater on, and watch your washing machine.
Wow. I I would never have thought about any of those things because again, I don't have to think about snow in the Central Valley where cold is 50, right? So that's this interesting stuff. Now let's talk about a vacant property. Let's say you were going through a project and it was empty, right? You were mid flip and a cold snap would occur. What would you do in that case?
Well, we actually have a property vacant right now going
Oh,
through a turnover.
there you go. Okay, what do
And
you do?
I will tell you, so I was just there yesterday showing it. And when I left, so it started snowing yesterday around 3 o'clock. When I left, before I left, I had the water faucets all turned on, steady stream. So they say a pencil width, which
Hmm.
is, if I get a pencil, right? That's a pretty thick stream of water.
Hmm.
So I was a little shy of a pencil because I went home. So I had a pencil stream, a little bit thinner than a pencil stream, running in the bathroom and the kitchen sink. Now, part of me is a little freaking out because I'm not there. So, and
Right.
I left the cupboard doors open. I put the heater up to 71. I don't care if my bill's a little high, my heating bill, because I don't want my pipes bursting. So I hope nothing goes wrong. I'm not gonna be there for several days. We don't get snow out here, so there's no street plows, right? There's no snow
Hmm.
plows. The city doesn't have those because we're not a snow city. So everything's closed. School's closed tomorrow. Grocery stores are closed. Restaurants are closed. Costco's closed. Like, it's over.
Ah,
We're in snowpocalypse
yeah,
until it thaws out, because the city doesn't have the equipment because we
got
don't
it.
get snow. So we have to
Okay.
wait till it melts. So luckily, I have a 4-wheel drive truck. So we may be going out there in the next couple of days to go check. But for vacant properties, you have to turn the heater up. You have to open all the doors under the sinks, and you have to leave a nice pencil
Why
or
are why
almost
are
pencil.
you opening the cabinets under the sink? Is that just to get heat there?
Yes, because the pipes underneath the sink, you're closing that off from getting circulation from the house.
Ah,
So
got
you
it,
want
got
the
it, got it,
heater to get in
got it.
there, right? And you leave
Okay,
all the doors open to all the bedrooms, leave the bathroom door open. You don't want any, especially if your thermostat's in the hallway and you have all the doors closed, your hallway's going to heat up, heater's going to shut off, right? Thinks it's warm. So
got it.
you keep all the doors open underneath all the sinks. And another thing you can do, which I've done at my house, is wrap the pipes under your sink with towels
Yep, I've
to
heard that.
keep them insulated and keep them warm so that they don't freeze.
Okay.
It's a
And
real issue.
what about hose lines outside, like if you were going to water the lawn or whatnot?
Forgot about that one. Yeah, sorry. That was one other thing that was in my text message too. So I don't have one in front of me, but they have these foam hose bib protectors. And they
Yeah.
look like little caps, like little round caps, and they have these little plastic things, and you have your hose bib coming out outside and it attaches. It's a foam thing. And it will
Okay.
help protect them. So you don't want to leave your outside faucet dripping. You turn it off, but you put the foam caps on. And
Okay.
so I did a post on it a couple days ago when he checks my Instagram. Blake and my 2 boys went and bought 20 or so hose protector bibs because they sell out at Home
Yeah.
Depot and Lowe's in the area. They will sell out. And my husband went to all of our properties and made sure everybody had hose protector bibs on their front and back hose spigot. And
Nice.
I said, tenants, I sent that in the message. If you already have hose bib protectors on, send me a picture. We won't go by, you know?
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
had 2 tenants that had them already on. They sent me pictures. Here's proof. We got them on. I got your message. Okay, good. Fingers crossed.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Folks, again, one of the things you have to worry about, especially if you buy in these states that don't get freezing temperatures very often, is the home's not prepared. So if somebody wanted to follow you, Casey, where would they go? Where would they see your Instagram so they can see this hose bib and other things?
Yes, Brick by Brick Wealth. You can find me there on Instagram. I've got the whole text of what I sent to my tenants on my post. You guys can save that post, copy and paste it, and send that out if you have properties out in the South.
Awesome. Thank you for doing that. Again, Brick by Brick Wealth. Go follow her on Instagram and see the post and what the heck a hose bib is. Because if you're in California, you have no idea. Thank you, Casey.